Fantasy gaming. What we doing? It's in the name. Welcome to. Oh man. Welcome to this cool little adventure. This new event. This new beautiful adventure that we are on in Expedition 33. As you see the title in the video, this will be a big boss fight. Unfortunately, the amazing voice by the weekend that's heard in the background would not be heard
For real.
during the boss fight. During boss fights, I won't really be playing music. That's definitely one of them times where I probably won't be playing music. Sometimes I think usually the music will have to suck, and then, but usually more times than not, I like to just take in the whole game, music, and all that stuff in boss fights. So definitely in this one, you won't be hearing the weekend's awesome voice. But it's gonna be a few minutes from now. This is gonna be the very first boss fight of this gameplay. I know that big thing we fought in the beginning might have seemed like a boss fight. No, it was just big and tough. On top of being the highest difficulty, so an actual boss fight is about to get ready and come up, and you would know. But when you see it, you can be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, this is a boss fight." It's gonna be intense and brutal. I mean, it's the first boss fight of this gameplay. So it's definitely gonna be brutal. But we're gonna come up we're gonna come through learn a lot from it.
Oh,
Ready to evade.
One thing to appreciate and right here is this moment of seeing how my characters are and seeing how I play and see how I play get better and see how my characters get better. See how both I and the characters get better over time. Something to be appreciated, especially when there's boss fights you see coming up. Like even these common enemies right here. Like later gameplay, I'm gonna be coming across way tougher enemies. Boss fight coming up, way tougher boss fights. But I'm going to be doing better because not only are the characters going to be better, I'm going to be better at the game,
fuck.
better with timing, and dodgings and parrying, just understanding certain things, putting certain things together. One thing that's going to help me out a lot is really utilizing them, pick those in luminous right. Like right now, I'm kind of like just winging.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Right now, I'm kind of just winging a little bit, but I'm not really like fully like, I don't think I really fully grasp the whole Lumina concept at this point in this video right here, right now. But I will, and that's going to go a long way in seeing how my characters do better.
A storm is coming.
So the characters get better, my understanding gets better, they get extra help. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. We ain't gonna spoil that, but the party will have more people as well. But she's gonna be doing she's our MVP for real. She's the MVP of the first quarter of this game.
Advantage.
And that would be seen. I'm not sure how much footage I'm gonna have of her saving the freaking day. I know I got a lot of footage, man. Like now, I'm not all the footage I got for this is not gonna be shown, and it's gonna be a lot. Just know all that's gonna be shown here. That's not even gonna be all of it. There's so much emphasis of her saving the day, and there's so much I haven't even recorded. I know there's so many instances I didn't even record, and then there's some I did. She says that she's the MVP of the first early part of this game, the first quarter of this game. She's my favorite. She's fun to travel around with. I like how she travel around, how she like hovers or levitate, whatever you want to call it. She's just cool. I like how she cares about the Neverons that don't seem like they want to harm you. G-Man be eat. Oh, we're gonna see the birth of G-Man during here. Is it gonna happen now? Do we see? I think right now, I think he has a light move. I'm trying to see if they got a light move. I'm like, dude, cause he's talking about a light. So I'm like, man, do they got a light move they could use for him? I don't know what that was I did there, or was I just trying to see what my skills were? Look how beautiful this world is, man. He sees me. He gonna get me. Little thirsty gonna get me. So I just runs and hit him. What I like is that if they see you, if you can still get a hit off on them before they actually like touch you, or like the touch of you before them touching you registers, then you can get the preemptive strike effect.
Ice.
It don't always. I mean, it works a lot for me. There's sometimes where it don't work on certain enemies. Like you gotta be faster than most. You gotta really catch them.
I'll do it. Let the ink flow. Ice. Shatter.
I'm getting all excited.
Look at her.
She be making me proud, man. I'm telling you, she be making me proud. It might be hard to really catch the feeling that I feel, but like when you playing this and when it's like you're not sure, when the intensity is felt, when you know you can easily get killed because the enemies are hitting hard and you got to be careful.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
And somebody comes through for you. Look, you hear me talking about me not knowing what's going on. That's me not knowing what's really going on with the Luminous. But I do figure out how to work the wardrobes, the outfits here. As the birth, I think the birth is finally about to happen. I was talking about a minute ago. She don't really get shit. Yeah, it happens here. It happens here. The regular outfit is way better than anything they unlock or come across that I've seen so far. But there's some interesting haircuts. We're going to see some interesting haircuts. G-Man gets the most, but there's only one look for him, and that's the look that gives him the name G-Man. Welcome to this is the birth of G-Man. He gets so many haircuts, styles out of everybody, so many cool little looks. But there's only one look for him for me, and that's that look right there that gives him the name G-Man. Everybody else get cool looks too, but he gets the most. But that's the only one for him. That gives him the name G-Man. This is an iconic video right here. Save this moment in your gaming, in your exciting gaming life. This is the birth of G-Man. Even for just me, even for me that's watching this, this is the birth of G-Man. The swag, who later becomes Charlie or Charlie Angels. You'll know what I mean. As this adventure progresses, you'll know what I mean by him becoming Charlie and the Charlie Angels. He's gonna be Charlie. She's gonna be one of the angels.
I don't remember.
If I got the music turned down already before the boss fight even came in. Oh no, never mind. It's this song by the weekend. It's kind of low. It's a low part of the song too. They getting better with their dodging or at this point.
Ice. Shatter.
One thing I will say is a major key is
That was it right there.
when fighting is hard difficulty, it just comes. A lot of times you gotta just keep fighting enemies and getting used to fighting them. When it comes to the regular enemies like non-bosses, you gotta keep fighting them over and over. I went back and forth between the checkpoints whenever I come across a new enemy in the area and just learn how to fight them. I may not get perfect at them, but at least try to get some type of decent familiarity with them. The different boss fights, you just gotta die over and over. There might be some.
Ice.
There we go. This fight comes out of nowhere because we don't get the beginning of this fight. Like we wasn't even. I think we probably didn't even know that he was about to come up, and then we got into it, and then realized, oh, let's get recording. So I did. The way I saved this recording was by capturing the last X amount of minutes. I think I might have did the last hour. So it's probably what I think I just caught this part. I might have already been fighting him up to this point, and might have just like maybe died once. Let's see. How familiar do it seem like I am? I mean, let me see. I'm at 10 out of 10 overcharge. It means I stayed alive long enough to get overcharged. It means I got some type of familiarity. It's my very first boss fight. One had that. So this got to be like the third, maybe like the third or fourth time fighting him. I just made that call based upon like just looking how the fight is going. I could tell by my skill level at this point in the game how the fight is going. This had been my fourth time fighting.
You don't get to die yet.
The fact that he had that much overcharge, recharge for overcharge, and she got all them stains out there. That means I'm doing well enough to been surviving long enough to be doing all that. Which means I had to gain some familiarity with him, and I only gained that by dying about 3 to 4 times, at least. At least, so that's an at least. It might be the seventh time, eighth time fighting him,
A storm is coming.
but I don't think so. I mean, I am a noob at this point in the game. And shit. Oh, I got those at the end.
I'll do it.
He a douche.
Are you serious?
Some of these enemies got very interesting stances. You'll see my favorite way later. This turn. He down.
That's a nice try. Got a little further, didn't we?
So one thing
I think I'm gonna just keep focusing. Like, 'cause you said he's easy, right? I'm saying you said, like, just take them out the equation.
we're not gonna. All I'm really talking about here is
Just take them out the
how I
equation.
should take out them little guys as soon as they come up, instead of trying to ignore them. There's times where I get so cocky
Danger.
with being comfortable with dodging their attacks where I just leave them alone. But even at that point, I should just take them out, just so they're less. There's something less to think about, and there's more time I get to think about how I'm gonna defeat him. I learned a lesson. It's gonna happen a few times in this match where they just straggling along, and he's close to death, and I'm just ignoring them because I'm trying to just hurry up and kill him.
Let me help.
When I should have just wiped them. Especially when seeing that Ice Lance can almost kill him. It could wipe him if she critically hit him.
Let the ink flow.
Or if I really hit him good, I think I gotta hit X both times at this point in the game with how strong she is. See, when you hit X in the windows, it does more. When you get that good timing. And then on healing, you just heal more. That's how I understand it right now. And then if it don't do damage or heal, if it just do some other stuff, then if it's about targeting allies, then I think you just target more. That's how I understand it. So sometimes you might do more damage than usual because you hit them windows. Or you might do less than usual. When I look back at this, I'm like, man, I'm sorry that I died to this dude so many times. He's so easy. This gonna happen. Like, there's gonna be enemies where it's like, I know how to beat him now. I should have been got the grabs on him. Or he's so easy now. I'm gonna come across so many more harder enemies, more harder bosses than this. Boom, this is an example of breaking. See that? He's got broke. So, maybe I should have been talking about it, but this whole time, he had a yellow bar at the bottom. You're gonna see it building back up here in a minute, but there was a yellow bar at the bottom of this enemy's name. And just now, he hit him with a move that when that yellow bar gets full, if you hit them with a move that says it breaks, then they'll stun or stagger the enemy. Some enemies don't really stay stunned or staggered, and some do, or it turn into or whatever. While some just shake it off, but it still puts them in a vulnerable state to where they're taking more damage. I get angry. You get mad when you get hit with something. See, that's that angry.
Brace yourself.
That's a frustration when you shouldn't have got hit with that move. Right here, I'm at a point in the fight now where I have a decent understanding enough to where it's only a matter of time of killing the enemy. I just gotta stay consistent with reading them. So when you finally get hit after reading so long, reading well for so long, it's like, man, you be a little salty. That was that frustration. Like, man, I got hit with that. Especially when it comes from one of the little ones that you got a good read on. It's like, man, it came from you. And then there was no moments where you think about, man, I should have, like, in this moment, I should have just killed him. That little small one. I don't know why I tried to get another hit on. Now look, you see that yellow bar right there? Below that thing name, you see, his health bar is red, then there's a yellow bar, and then it's his name. That yellow bar is the stagger bar. When you hit him over time, the stagger bar gets built. There's a percentage of how it all happens, but the stagger bar gets built. But there's some moves that says break. Moves that says break, they build the stagger bar faster. Not only do they build a stagger bar faster, when the stagger bar is full, they actually break the enemy and stun them. And they become vulnerable to like damage and more damage and stuff like that. So far as I understand, it's good to break them. As far as I know. So some enemies don't stay stunned for long or at all, but you still make them vulnerable. And that's what breaking is.
Let me help.
I think all damage adds to the stacker bar slash the break bar. But break moves that says break on them actually adds more to it. And then if it's full, it'll break them. Only a move that says break can actually break them. No other move can break them but a move that says break. And right now his break bar is full. If I just use overcharge, it'll break him, but I won't do that much damage for overcharge because I don't have the charges that much charges built on it. But if I wanted to, for the sake of just breaking him, I could break him. I think there come a time in this match where I have like 6 or 7 charges, and I should have just used that to just break him. But I don't do it because I want to build up more charges. I mean, I want to build it up more. I want to hit him with more charges and really mess him up. When I should have just used it and broke him because it was good enough to just break him. And we probably would have won. I don't know. It's a couple of things I noticed. Like I think, like especially right here, I might use it right here. He got them shields right now. I had to shoot them shields off. There becomes a better way to deal with shields later on in the game, but right now they're gonna be an annoying thing to deal with when enemies can throw shields on themselves. You gotta shoot them. You gotta hit them so they can absorb them damages. So obviously you want to hit them with weak moves. You don't want to use moves that cost skills. You want to hit them with projectiles or just attacks. There's things that a character can learn to help them deal with them later. But that comes later. We're probably about to get close to the end of all this though, but I hope this very first boss fight is a very enjoyable boss fight. The reason why this fight was so long, I really wanted to capture that feeling of
He did
dying.
not dodge, not one
With
of
this
those
being
niggas.
on the... I was mad right there. Wait, hold on, I gotta talk about that. I was mad right there that he didn't dodge not one. I don't know what happened. I don't know if my circle button wasn't working. I remember wondering, like, what the heck happened? I don't know if my circle button wasn't working. Like, there's no reason he shouldn't have... I think the first time, I was just trying to anticipate. The first 1 or 2 times, I think I was just trying to anticipate. But then the rest of them, it was like, why didn't he dodge the other 2? I know the first one was definitely anticipation. But then the rest of them that came, it's like, why didn't I dodge them? I'm like, man, it's a circle button. I got these little stickers, the little skin stickers on my controller, so I'm not sure that was getting in the way. That's a survivor, one of the survivors. He gets killed though. We don't show that. We keep skipping past it. The very first time we fought him, we swatched it. And right now, I'm not thinking about. Right now, I'm not thinking about recording. So right now, I'm not thinking about. Oh, I don't have the point where, we first encountered this thing and it show us seeing the survivor getting killed. I don't know that. When I was fighting this, like I said, when I was fighting this thing, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm not recording. Let me get this boss fight, it's the first one, and I hit record the last hour. So I keep skipping past that, and I don't know at that moment that I don't know right now that oh man, I don't have this opening scene. I think one of these, I think on one of these though, I think I do capture it, but yeah. Anyways, on this very first boss fight, at least I wanted to capture that feeling and that experience, really capturing that experience of dealing with struggle. Okay, I'm very new to just trying games on the highest difficulty. I'm fairly new with that. Like a few years ago, I was just now going on hard. I think God of War was the first game I ever beat on hard. The first game I ever beat general, but also on hard. But
Get ready.
yeah, I'm fairly new to playing games on the highest difficulty though. Right now I'm playing God of War. Give me God of War, the one before Ragnarok. I beat it already, but now I'm playing on Give Me God of War. But yeah, anyways, I'm just fairly new to playing games on the highest. I don't know what made me want to play this one on the highest difficulty. What did it was I ain't like the wording of normal, or wherever normal is, wherever they call normal. It says dodging and parrying is recommended but not needed. So when they worded it like that, I'm like, it make it seem like it's useless. I don't want a mechanic being useless. I want that mechanic to have importance. It's just the wording. But then but knowing what I know now, I probably could start on normal because people said normal is difficult or what have you. It's just how they worded it. They just said it's recommended but not needed. They just made it seem like you could easily. That's just the way I took it. So like, man, let me try the hardest difficulty. It didn't seem like there was no in between. It seemed like court story mode seemed like it was just straight easy. Like, yeah, you just watching this for the laugh and giggles. There's no difficulty at all. You don't even need to think playing. That was a description of story, and normal was like dodging and parrying is recommended, but you don't really need to. And then this one was like dodging and parrying, you better do it or you gonna die. It's like, well, damn. So one difficulty make it sound like it's not needed, and the other one make it seem like you better do it, or if you make one mistake, it's over. So it's like, where's the in between at? So there were times like on this fight I thought about lowering it, but I stayed with it as I got better. Like I said before, as I got better, get better understanding, things get a lot better. It'll get seen, things get a lot better. Boss fights like this, boss fights way tougher than this, but boss fights in general will get better. Fights in general with enemies and bosses get better as our characters get stronger, get new members to the group to help out, and I gain a better understanding of the game. And it's going to be interesting to see that growth and development. And there's so many different ways in which characters can grow and be played with. That's going to be seen. It's going to be interesting. So this is an appreciation, humbling moment where it's like, ooh, this is where I came from. Like I'm looking at this right now, like, man, this is what I used to struggle with.
Let me help.
One thing that helps is revive. Like I'm not saying I still don't die. Like the most I get wiped is 2 to 3 times. The most I get wiped is 2 to 3 times. And when I say wipe, I'm talking about in terms of everybody getting knocked out. Now I still be having moments where I be having people getting knocked out. I still be having crazy intense fights where people getting knocked out or what have you. But but Lune gets an ability that allows her to revive. You know, she's the healer. She gets a move that allows her to revive. So she be reviving people a whole lot through matches. Like she don't have it now, but later on she's gonna get a move that allow her to revive, and she's gonna be reviving people a lot, reviving the party a lot. So we still gonna be having some intense matches where people be dying a lot, but she's gonna be having the ability to pick us up, so we don't gotta wipe. So the most I'm gonna be wiping is like 2 or 3 times, and matches gonna get easier. They're gonna get fairly shorter too, regardless. So with this being the very first boss fight, I really wanted to capture that feeling of failure and struggle. I'm not sure how I'm going to do future boss fights. I know on some of them, I'm going to like just have it just like maybe I might have 1 or 2 failures and then we finish them and have it all in, had that happen all in that instance or whatever. I'm not sure how I'm going to do future boss fights. But in this one, per se, I wanted to make sure I capture that feeling of struggle. So that's why you're seeing so many deaths. I could have just had 1 or 2 deaths shown and then just got right to we killed them. But I wanted to have multiple deaths shown just to capture that feeling of struggle.
Storm's coming.
Bringing that feeling of intensity with this difficulty. Recapturing my moment of fighting my very first boss on this game on expert mode. But future boss fights definitely gonna have just like 1 or 2, about 2 failures, maybe 3, depending on how good the fight is. About maybe 3, and then we get right to the kill. But this is a special boss fight. I mean, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do fish boss fights, but this right here definitely was a special boss fight. I wanted to capture that struggle, that first struggle. And movements are a lot quicker too. You know, my clicks and movements are a lot quicker too. I mean, you come across new enemies, you still be having some thinking to do, but you know, you'll see how my understanding definitely influenced my pace. Now I was busy running my mouth. I'm not gonna lie, he didn't break right there. Did I think we got him to that bar? So was he not full when I used that overcharge? He had to not been full because it would have broke him. I wasn't paying attention, but he had to not been full right there, but he would have broke. But yeah, man, I really hope this very first boss fight video was enjoyed. I know it's longer than usual, but I really wanted to capture that nice, intense, recapture my experience as close as possible. Tense moment, tense boss fight, and a genuine experience as well too. To me, I think it makes it a genuine experience instead of just watching somebody get through something and just win. Being able to appreciate somebody showing you them being flawed. That's what this also here is too. I mean, 'cause for one, at the end of the day, this is at the very least me tracking my game and experience. You know, at the very least, and then anybody else who cares. So one thing I like about this is being able to show the flaws and
Come on.
the failures. And that would be the end right there. This is part one of two. Part two of two is next. We will get this very brutal, intense, fierce boss in the next one. Hope you enjoyed that very first fight. We will catch you later.